And so we've done it over and over again until now it's the 30th anniversary. And this year we've gone back to the idea of dancing with life on the line. But this time it is in recognition of the many different challenges to all of our survival, the environmental challenges, the social challenges, the spiritual challenges. And so we're dancing with life on the line and dancing for the emergence of a planetary civilization that transcends the conflicts among nations, the conflicts among people, and the conflicts between people and the earth. So that's what it means to be for us to be dancing with life on the line today. Now let me just take a minute to say a word about how the dance works. We'll walk back into the meadow and a circle will be made with flour. And then, ritually speaking, we will have created an image of the universe. And in many different cultures, there is the philosophy, the mythology that there are four worlds. There's the material world, there's the astral world, there's the spiritual world of the higher self and angels and archangels, and there's the world of the gods. And we'll create an image of that on this land. So when everybody crosses where the flower is drawn, essentially you enter into ritual space. And there will be a circle of runners, an outer circle, and as you run in that outer circle, you've moved from the fourth world to the third world. And then inside that, a circle of runners running in the other direction, and you've moved to the second world. And then finally, a circle of walkers, and you've moved to the first world. And then you've arrived at the point where the drum is, where the heartbeat is, where symbolically the creator is. And before entering, you will offer a prayer. And we'll do this 3 times. And the first time, you'll offer a prayer that's a prayer for something that's deeply personal for you. I pray for my father who has cancer, that he would survive. I pray for my son who is an alcoholic, that he would never take another drink. Whatever is most important to you at this moment, that's the time to pray for it with your feet, going through from the fourth world through the third and second and first worlds to the heart where you release your prayer. We'll do it a second time. And the second time, it's all of us praying for the emergence of a planetary civilization, but each of you should pick whatever is most important to you to make that transition to the planetary civilization. So I pray that they plug the damn oil leak in the Gulf. I pray that the war in Afghanistan comes to an end. I pray that we find a way to create a form of energy that does not involve destroying the planet by completely changing the way the climate operates. Whatever it is for you, you stand up, you announce that prayer, and then you carry it into the third world, you carry it into the second world, you carry it to the first world, you carry it to the heart, to the Creator, and you release that prayer to the world, asking all the powers that be to support that prayer being realized. And then the third run starts with the kids who run and bring in the adults, and we run all over, and the 3 worlds go away, and it's just an integration of the spiritual and the physical and the life of our youth emerging, and it's whatever we as a community today can create to give an expression here in this little microcosm of what a true planetary civilization would look like. So that's the dance. And we hope that you will have as deep an experience as those who have gone before you. There's a sense when you enter ritual space where physical time and space kind of dissolve. And so there's a sense when you enter the ritual space, you will be dancing with everyone that's ever danced the planetary dance and everyone that ever will dance it. And when we set out to do the 30th anniversary, we said, wouldn't it be great if we could do it in 30 different places around the world? And it turns out that there are well over 40 places that are doing the planetary dance this year. So you'll be doing the planetary dance with all of those people. And together, it is our hope that we can create a dance that's powerful enough that we can actually make a contribution to the planet that is at least somewhat analogous to the prayer that we prayed for the liberation of Mount Tamalpais. And it is our hope that the prayers that we pray today can actually come to be in the world.
Jamie McHugh and I are going to now prepare you for the dance. There are two factors when you dance. One is that you use your breath and that you give your breath sound. And the other is that you use your pulse and you're going to take your pulse in your feet. So you're going to pulse to the beat of the drum with your feet, praying for, using every step as a prayer for peace. And your voice calling out to the world. We've never done it with this many people, so we'll have to be very concentrated. And then Barbara Borden, she's here. There's Barbara. Give her a hand. Everybody knows Barbara. She's an icon in Marin County, and she's been giving us the pulse. You know, she could just go crazy on the drums if you've ever heard her. But when she does a planetary dance, she keeps that pulse going, just boom, 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 boom. And that takes a lot of release of your ego. Okay, she's going to be doing that. And she's going to be in the center. And then also Billy Colley is going to be giving us a little pizzazz in between. And where is Billy? There's Billy Colley. Now people have called me and asked me if they could drum. You can check in when you get started with Barbara and Billy so that you check in and see how that will work in relationship to what they're already doing. We start with 4 runners. And they're going to start running, and in their run, they will set the tempo. They will set the tempo. Let's divide us into 4 groups for a moment. This group over here, where I'm putting here, is 1. This group is 2, approximately. This is 3, approximately, and this is 4. So let's just see, Barbara, will you start a pulse? Let's hear it. Group 1. When they do that, they'll do it double time, because that's too slow for a run. No, single time. Now Barbara's going to do double time, which will be the rhythm of the actual run. Now you do the run. Do you see how when you have a pulse and we're all doing it collectively as one, the idea is, in all traditional dance that I know of, is that in order to send your messages or your intentions or your wishes or your prayers to out into the world, it's much stronger when we're all operating as one. So that was good. Now, what I want you to notice about this is that you run in the outer circle, which James talked to you about. Then when you want to go into a smaller run, the outer run will certainly turn into leaps and bonds. And I just did this in UCLA, and a group of young people were doing it, and they were running and somersaulting and coming up and leaping, and woo, it was really youth. If you start out in that wonderful circle, you may last for a while, but then you want to maybe go into more of a trot. So then you simply turn and you start going in the opposite direction in a more moderate run. But what's nice about it is that you start passing people. So you pass people going this way with people going this way. And that's kind of nice. And sometimes different things happen. Like I know one year people started doing high fives as they passed. Then the third circle will also, now we have another one. The third circle will also swing around and go in the same direction as the first circle. And that's just a walk, just a step, and into the earth, just a step like that. Now, if you want to stop completely, you go into the next. So you go into the very, very center, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just stand quietly and just continue with the pulse. Then there's going to be a cue, and everybody will just quietly kneel and rest in the earth. And then we'll all stand up and send our messages out. And I'll give you the cue for that. Now, one of the things that I want you to keep in mind is that your run will work for you as long as you have an intention. The first run is going to be running for somebody personal in your life. I know we were up on the mountain peak. Somebody was up there, and his intention was to send some sort of message to his sister who was struggling with cancer. You may want to connect with somebody very real in your life in that first run. And my experience is that really makes a big, big difference. The second run, after you've kind of caught your breath, will be for something in the world. James talked about that. He talked about the oil spill or the war in Afghanistan or whatever it is or that you really feel strongly about in relationship to the world. And then the third run is for the children. And I want to find out how many kids are here. Raise your hands, all the children. Let's see the children. Raise your hands, kiddies. Where are you? You got some children? Well, that's going to be their turn. And they're going to do whatever they want. We don't even know what they're going to do, but they're going to run any way they want, for whoever they want, whatever they want. All right? And then they're going to invite you one by one to join them.
Chief Seattle.
Isabel, Brian, Melinda, go in the 4 directions. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the children are going to make the circle with flour. You want to come in and get the running?
Every mist in the dark woods, every clearing and humming insect is holy in the memory and experience.
I'm running for my children, for their health, for their strength, for their independence.
can sit if you like, as you wait to take your turn to enter the circle. People who've done the earth run before, if you can begin to speak out your intentions and join the circle. Intentions can overlap. Many people can begin at once, but use your voice to say to the heavens what you're running for. So you can sit down while you're waiting or stand.
Addiction to oil and quit ravaging this beautiful planet. I pray for healing any splits between men and women and masculine and feminine energy, which includes divine spirit and the earth in all its forms.
I pray that we save our earth, for we are connected by a common thread, all humanity.
I run in prayer that all beings feel the pulse of our love and our peace dance, and that all their actions spring from their heart.
I pray for this beautiful planet, our Mother Earth, that we accept the gifts, all these beautiful gifts that she gives us every day. And we take those gifts and we give them back and help her get stronger and stronger and heal right up.
I pray that everyone have access to clean water and food.
Come a little closer if you're standing. Run on the outside, flow on the inside. Stand a little closer on the inside. Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
I pray that this country can open its doors to all the people who really, truly want to be here. Aho! I pray that everyone can understand the meaning, and practice, compassion. I pray for dolphins and whales and for the end of sonic torture of all underwater creatures. And I pray for my son for a long, healthy, happy life on a healthy planet, and for all of his progeny for 7 generations, I pray.
I pray that the land of Israel be the holy land it can be for all people. I pray for everybody there that doesn't want to kill anybody else. I pray for this country and for the native people from this land who deserve our respect and have so much to teach us. Amen. And for Anna Halpern, thank you.
Hey. I pray that I can find whatever places in me I'm holding pain so that I can go into those painful feelings and really feel them and emote them and then let them go so that I can come into the world with beauty and love and service and offering. Ho!
I pray for forgiveness for myself and for everyone to forgive themselves and one another. That healing extends out to the trauma of all living beings. Stop!